What's up, everybody, and welcome to an early morning Black Friday edition of the Vinyl Jukebox. It's 6:30 in the morning, so we're about to head out a little later than we usually head out. We decided to go out a little later this year, considering our store decided to open at 9. Usually they open around 8 in the morning, so we figured we could head out a little later. And also the releases, we feel like, we'll be okay picking up the titles that we want to pick up. So we're heading out to a local Newbury comic store, which, if you're not familiar, is an East Coast chain, so I'm kind of surprised that they're able to do Black Friday every year. But we like it because it's located in a mall, so we could wait indoors. We don't have to stand out in the cold, which is nice. And they do it pretty well. They let about 5 people in at a time. They keep things pretty organized, and never really had any big issues there. So like I said, we're going to head out in a couple minutes, and join us as we embark on this yet another Black Friday Record Store Day adventure. Here, 15th and 16th in line, so that's not too bad. Samantha's back on the channel.
I'm very tired.
Very tired. We're both very tired, but we're in the mall. It's nice. They have this Christmas music playing, so that's fun. Everybody's waiting, having a good time. And to be honest, we didn't have a tough time getting into the mall. Usually some of the doors are not open. You have to find an open entrance, but today it wasn't too bad, so that's good. And we have about an hour and a half to wait, which isn't too bad either, but I think we'll be okay.
There's one that's slightly smaller. They come in like little bottles. It's like basically the little thing pretty much same rules.
Alright, store's open, 9 o'clock. Just waiting for our turn. They're only letting about 5 people in the store at once, so hopefully we'll get in soon. Alright, next, here we go. Alright, success.
Yeah, success for both of us.
There we go. Got most of what I wanted, so
It's worth the wait.
now we shop. Alright, so Newbury Comics was a success. Got 4 of the titles that I was looking for. And we just ate a quick lunch at a diner over here, and now we're gonna try our luck at another record store that's a few towns over, called Clockwork Records in Hastings. They don't open until 12, so we're gonna go there for a little bit after they open. Not gonna wait online or anything, just to see if they have any of the titles that I'm still looking for, because some of them Newbury didn't have. So we'll see. We'll try our luck. If they have them, great. If not, whatever, not a big deal. So let's give it a try. All right, another success. So let's head back to the music room and see what I got. All right, I'm back here in the music room, and I do have to say this was a really great Black Friday record store day. I got most of the titles that I was looking for, and the titles that I wasn't able to get, you know, I'm pretty confident I'll be able to pick those up online after the fact, or maybe even in stores for a cheaper price. But I have to say the titles that I did pick up were the titles that I mainly wanted, which was really great. So without further ado, why don't we check out some of those titles? So first stop, as you guys saw, was Newbury Comics. And this first title was probably my most wanted for Record Store Day, Black Friday this year. This was Duff McKagan live at Easy Street Records. This one was numbered out of 1,500 copies. This was number 202, so a pretty low number, which was really cool. And if you guys don't know, Duff McKagan was the bass player, or is the bass player, I should say, for Guns N' Roses. This was a small show that he did at Easy Street Records in Seattle for the release of his new album, Lighthouse. And so this was never available in any other way. Really cool set. I'm excited to hear it. I've heard some clips online of, you know, fan footage of the show. So this will be really cool to check out. There's the back cover there. So really cool. I was really glad that I was able to pick this up because I overheard somebody in line saying that they wanted this one, and the guy at the store who was kind of making the rounds, you know, on the line telling people whether or not they had titles or not. I asked him, I said, hey, you know, I heard you talking with that other guy, and I know you're not allowed to say how many copies you have of these records, but do you think that I'll have a shot at getting this album? And he said, you know, I don't know. And then he kind of whispered to me that they only had one copy. And then it turns out that I'm watching the guy who was in front of me in line at the store, and he takes a copy of this, and there's a copy right behind it. So I kind of internally freaked out at that time, and I was so happy that I was able to pick one of these up. So really cool find. All right, next up, and I always try to pick up these Hendrix releases during Record Store Day. This was Hendrix, Songs for Groovy Children, the Fillmore East concerts. This was a selection of songs from the bigger box set that came out actually a few years ago, so I was kind of surprised that they even put this out now. But it had a really cool collection of songs here. Stone Free, Hear My Train a Comin', Isabella, Machine Gun, Foxy Lady. And I think these are kind of longer renditions of these songs. So I thought that this one would be really awesome. And also the fact that, you know, I've streamed this album before, this box set online, and I really do like it. I like Hendrix's sound at this time. So this one was a no-brainer for me. Definitely hope it's a strong selection from these concerts. All right, next up, and this one I was really excited about when they announced it. This is Stone Temple Pilots' Purple Rarities. These are some outtakes and alternate versions from Stone Temple Pilots' album Purple. And apparently these songs did come out as part of a CD box set for the Stone Temple Pilots Purple album, but I don't have that CD box set. So really cool to have these versions, you know, some early versions of Meat Plow, Interstate Love Song, Big Empty, acoustic version. So this will be a really cool listen, really interesting to see how these songs developed. So next up, and the final pickup from Newbury Comics. This is the Jazz Dispensaries compilation for this time around, the Golden Hour. I always try to pick up these Jazz Dispensary compilations, and this one looked really good when I was looking at the you know, lineup of songs here. We have Hampton Hawes, we have Sonny Rollins, Nat Adderley, Gene Ammons, Vince Guaraldi, Chico Hamilton. Lots of big names on this compilation, and I've never been disappointed by these Jazz Dispensary jazz compilations for Record Store Day. So pretty much a no-brainer, had to pick this one up. The one record that I was kind of in between on, and I'll probably pick it up at a later time, was the Grateful Dead box set that came out for this Record Store Day. You know, as you guys know who've been following the channel, I've been really into the Grateful Dead lately, but I just don't feel like I could justify spending that $120 on a Grateful Dead box set. I really do prefer listening to their live albums on CD. This way I don't have to flip as much. I'm sure it sounds amazing. I'm sure it's worth it for that like hardcore Grateful Dead fan. Just, I think at this point for me, you know, not for me. And finally, so I did, as you guys saw in the video, I did make a stop at a second record store to just see what was left. That was Clockwork Records in Hastings, New York. And you know, I'm pretty friendly with the guy who works the shop. And you know, I asked him when we came in, because the store was dead when we came in, and it was only like 15 minutes after opening. And I asked him, you know, did you guys get a big crowd? And he said no, you know. And I was looking through their bins, and as you guys saw, their bins had a lot of different titles in them that Newbury Comics didn't have. So I don't know if that means that they just sold out of all those common titles before I even got there, or if they just tried to order more uncommon titles, or maybe it was just luck of the draw. But I did find something that I wanted that Newbury did not have, and that was Max Roach, Deeds Not Words. This is another craft reissue. I think this was a Record Store Day first, but I really wanted this one. Mastered by Kevin Gray, so I know it's going to sound amazing. And just another one of those cool hard bop albums. Has who's on this album? Max Roach, of course, Booker Little, George Coleman, Ray Draper, Art Davis. So I think this will be a really awesome album, and from what I've heard about it, it's pretty killer, especially in the drum department. So I'm excited to hear this one. And just, you know, anything from Kraft, any jazz reissue from Kraft, especially if it's mastered by Kevin Gray, is just going to sound phenomenal. So I'm excited about this one. And I do have to say, though, I haven't opened any of these titles yet, but the jacket on this one is so thick. So really cool. Excited to listen to that one. All right, everybody, there you have it. Those are my pickups from Record Store Day Black Friday 2024. And let me know in the comments below, what have you picked up from Record Store Day Black Friday? What were you not able to pick up? What are you still looking to pick up? I know there's a few titles that I'll be searching for online after the fact, or maybe in stores after the fact. So let me know in the comments below, how did you make out with Record Store Day, and what are you looking forward to for next Record Store Day? All right, everybody, as always, please be sure to leave a like and a comment below this video. Subscribe to my channel, share the video, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.